I met my first gay friend in 1974, and we enjoyed a beautiful, beautiful friendship that lasted until his death in 1999 from a heart attack. And we shared our hearts many times. We cried together, we laughed together. I pointed out boys or men. I'd say, gosh, that guy over there is looking, he's really cute. My friend would say, yeah, I kind of think so. I'd say, why don't you go? I kind of think maybe he might kind of fit with you. But my friend just couldn't do it. Not while I was there. He had a hard time accepting being gay. His family disowned him. Very sad. He's a wonderful man. Wonderful, wonderful man. He went to a lot of family functions with my husband and I, and my children. They grew up knowing Richard. It was Uncle Richard. And he was, as far as I was concerned, as far as they were concerned, he was their uncle. It didn't matter that we weren't related biologically. He was that close into our family. And my next encounter came with my dear, dear friends, Rob and John. I went to Gay Pride. Came into my first experience with group hate and bias and bigotry. It scared the socks off of me. Learned a lot. Learned a lot. Did my eyes open a lot? Oh, yeah. Did my cheeks turn red? Oh God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Never seen things. But that's all right. It's time I saw those things. I was an adult. So I'm learning a lot. And history passes. And in 2003, I met my nephew and his partner. And last year they celebrated their 40th anniversary of being together. And it's a long story of why I didn't know them so long ago. Won't get involved in that story. Anyway, 40 years. They're now married. They were married in 2008 when marriage became legal in the state that they live in. And my husband and I, we do the same things when we visit them. We watch TV, we go walk on the beach, we get ice cream cones, tell jokes, remember our past, look at pictures. We just do all the things that families do, and that's what families are. And my nephew's partner shared with me some of the things that happened in his life when they were younger. Being beaten, stabbed, carjacked, run over, battered, bruised, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, in all ways. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. So how did I become a straight ally? On Facebook, I won't get involved in that story of how, but a Facebook friend and I were reading a story of a young man who had committed suicide, and he wrote the word sigh on his Facebook page, and that word sigh carried itself across the ethers and into my heart, and I knew that I had to do something to, I wanted to make a difference, but I didn't know how. But I began to study and learn more and more about the bias and the bigotry that I had really not been really in depth aware of. I knew it up here, but it had not reached my heart. This sigh reached my heart. And time went on, and I read a story of a young man who wrote of his mother taking him out out in the car. And she took him out in the forest, and she put a gun to his genitals, and said, if I ever find out that you're gay, if you're one of them, I'll shoot you off. And as a mother, this really affected me. This story just really stuck with me. I can't imagine any mother doing this. So full of hate. Cannot imagine this. So I have this story in my head. And then I met Joe Knudsen. Let's Reach 1 Million People. And he invited me to be a part of that page, that group. And suddenly I had 20,000 plus teachers to teach me about the GLBT community and more about life. And I learned a lot. And then someone by the name of David Waters invited me to give him hope. Read one of my poems, one of my essays. And I found another home, another place to call home, another beautiful, inspiring person in my life. And a young man named Kyle Cecil. Wonderful young man. Very inspiring. Works so hard for the community. He thinks a lot of me. Bless his heart. I think a lot of him too. So let's continue to share our hearts. And let's continue to share our lives and our inspiration and our encouragement And let every message that we send be one of hope and acceptance and reassurance and trust. And I hope that you will all believe with me that beneath the skin we're genderless, and that our heart will love who it will. And I thank all of you for listening. God bless.